Okay, so I've shared a few tracks of me singing lately, whether it's audio or video, and I've taken it a little bit as a challenge because um, I can convince myself of a lot of things, and one of the ones I convince myself of the most is that I'm not the right one for this. Um, I've let circumstances and personal failings and other things keep me from doing this. And after sharing the Rich Mullins song earlier this last week, I found myself saying, you know what, I can and I should. Especially in this time where I feel like the messaging from Christians needs to be that we're in this together. And that even though our faith isn't perfect and our lives are far from it, that the ultimate message is that God is here for us, and that if we try to be like the man we call ourselves after, that's going in the right direction. And he spent his time loving and healing and teaching, and I think that we can learn a lot from that rather than tearing apart and breaking down. And there's another artist right now that's kind of carrying that same torch, I feel like, that Rich carried for me in my life earlier, and now I'm really encouraged by Cory Asbury and his new record called Pioneer. He's the guy that wrote Reckless Love, but if you're looking for church worship music, it's not going to be on this record. This is a pretty raw it's a collection of songs about the real hurt and pain in the world, from people who had terrible parents or chemical dependency, or people who struggle with mental health, to just doubt and self struggle. And I really think that there's something for everybody on the record. And this song that I'm going to share today is called The Promise Is the Same. And it's the first track off of the record. And it's just really speaking to my heart right now about how we believe one thing about ourselves, but it might not be the case. But the promise is that we were paid for with a price, and we are cherished, and we're good enough, because we can never be good enough, but we are good because he loves us, and he says so. So I just like to share it with you. They might say I'm a sinner if I don't sing hallelujah, or that I'll be forgotten if every song I sing's not to you. But I find peace in holy ground, in a little farmhouse in a no-name town, where we say our prayers each night. Well, maybe I'm a dreamer, but I still get high on hoping. I might close my eyes sometimes, but I keep my hands wide open. I question every word I choose, but the answers all come back to you. I'm just trying to get it right. If I got asked to preach on Sunday, what would my sermon be? That you're not hard of hearing and you're tired of I'm sorry. Well, forgive me for the countless ways I've tried to climb to grace. I'm singing it all different now, but the promise is the same. Well, after all, I'm human, just skin and bones and pain, still praying for a melody to play out on these 6 strings. I wonder if I'm good enough, or if I'll ever measure up. I'm just trying to get it right. If I got asked to preach on Sunday, what would my sermon be? That you're not hard of hearing and you're tired of I'm sorry. Well, forgive me for the countless ways I've tried to climb to grace. I'm singing it all different now, but the promise is the same. Yeah, the promise is the same. And it's right there in my children's eyes, the truth my wandering tried like hell to hide. If I got asked to preach on Sunday, what would my sermon be? That you're not hard of hearing and you're tired of I'm sorry. Well, forgive me for the countless ways I've tried to climb to grace. I'm singing it all different now. I pray that I understand somehow that the promise is the same. Yeah, the promise is the same. Yeah, the promise is the same.